Hey guys, what's going on? I know you didn't ask, but I'm gonna tell you I'm doing good. And what we're creating in this video right here is we're going to create a Telegram bot with the help of our bot father. So you know what? Let me introduce you to bot father. What you need to do is you just go to your search right here and you click on bot father. You can see bot father right here, and then you press start. And when you put start, you can see the different things you can do with bot father. You see bot settings, and for sure you click on this stuff and it will give you good documentation on how to actually get this working. You can even use them for games too. You can use bot father for games. But what we're doing is we just want a new bot. So this is the command you need to press right here. You click on that and then you can see that it says, all right, let's give it a name. So I'll just call it Sam Codes. Now that we've given it a name, we need to actually give it a username, and the username has to end with bot. So in this case, I'll just say Sam codes underscore bot, and it says done. Congratulations, you've gotten your bot and all that good stuff. So yeah, and what you see here is that it's also giving us a HTTP API token. So this is what we'll need. I'm just gonna copy this right here. And as Botfather always says, it always gives us a deal that we can never refuse. And it really did. You say thank you to Botfather for the help. Don't mess with Botfather. That's all I'm going to say. And you go to your PyCharm. Now you should be in PyCharm like I am in PyCharm. What we need to do next is we need to create 3 Python files. And the files are main.py, constants.py, and responses.py. Now what you need to do first is you need to create a new project. So you just click on File right here, click on New Project, you give it a name, and you click on Create. I already have, so I'm not going to create a new one. Now when you have your new project, what you want to do is you need to actually click on the project, you right click on it, you hover on New, and then you click on Python file. You give your Python file name. In your case, you write main.py. After that, you create it, then you do constant.py, and then responses.py. So now you should have these 3 files right here. And what we need to do first is we need to go to our constants.py and actually paste the API key, the token key we got from botfather. So how we do it is we just create it, we say API underscore token, and we set that equal to, you create this quotes. Now that we have our API token, what we need to do next is we need to go to our responses.py. And the responses.py, this is where we're going to actually put the custom responses that we want our bot to give whenever asked the question. And like I said earlier, you can tailor make this and make this with machine learning, but for the foundation, for the basics, because you know this is my slogan, basics first and then you build up. Okay guys, what we're going to do first in this responses.py is we're going to import datetime. And this is not about dates, this is about time. So I don't know if you got that, but yeah, this is about time, which is also dates. But yeah, I think we just got confused right here. I meant date like going out with a girl on a date. So I didn't mean date like today's Tuesday, November, all that. So yeah, this is more on the today's Tuesday, November. It's not date like, hey babe, it's dates time. I really don't know how we got here, but what we do next, we'll say def sample. I will say sample responses. And inside here, we'll give it input text because that's what we want it to actually take care of. We want it to take care of input text. And after that, we'll say user message. We'll set that equal to a string. So what are we going to convert to a string? Because that's what this str is for. We're going to convert input text into a string. And then we're also going to put dot lower because we want to make sure that even if the user, or meaning you and I, press a capital or a small letter, we want it to actually do the same thing because you know in Python, capital and small letters are not the same thing. With dot lower, if the user uses a capital letter, dot lower will make it a small letter. And if the user uses a small letter, it's going to be a small letter. So that's how it works. So this way we're actually controlling what is going to be our input. And this is the way you should actually program. Now that we've done the user message, what we do next is say if user message is in, and here we're going to put hello. So if we have this, if the person types hello, or if we type hi, or if we type what's up, what we want to happen is that we want it to actually respond with, or want it to return. And what it's going to return is want it to return, hey, hey, mon, or hey, man, how is it going? And now that we've done that, what we just do next is I'm going to copy this because we're going to have several different messages. And for sure, you can change this. You can make this suit whatever you want. If you're doing a business and you need this for a business, you just choose the words that you know people ask, the frequently asked questions, and you tailor make them. And then you put the return for the answers for all those questions. So in this case here, we're going to ask if someone asks, who are you? They say, who are you? And then we do the same thing. I'm just going to copy it, but we do it for with a question mark. And say, hello, is it me you're looking for? Now, I'm just going to put, I am your bot. And then, ha 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 ha. We'll copy this. Wow, what's happening today? Undo. So we paste it now, and this time we want to actually ask the time. So we'll put time here, and we'll also put, yeah, I want to change this W to a small letter just to make it consistent. So right here we'll say time with a question mark, or even could switch it up and do also what is the time with a question mark. And what we want the reply to be is, this is going to be a little bit different. The reply is going to be, first we'll have to actually create now, which is dates time dot now, and this now is a function, so we're calling the function now. And then we say dates time is equal to now dot st. Okay, there's a problem here. It's not imports time, it's imports dates time, because I can see that I'm not getting the right. So make sure you change this to dates time and not time, because you know when you use PyCharm, when I post like dot, I should get some, yeah, some methods, and I wasn't getting that. So that's how I knew there was something wrong with my importing, and there was something wrong with this for sure. So this is just little things you should know and understand, is that when stuff is not showing you the available, like showing you recommendations, you should know probably, not all the time, but probably you have made a mistake with importing it. So what we're going to use here is we're going to use st, yeah, so we're going to, I don't know, I'm not spelling that, but you see it there. And what this is going to do is we're going to actually put the year, and also we'll put the year and the time. Say day, and then slash month, and after that we'll put the year. And when we do this, it's time for the hour. And the hour is going to be a colon instead of a slash. And then the minutes. And after that, we have the seconds. So this right here, what we're going to return next is we're going to return dates time. But this dates time, if we return this, it's not going to work. So we're going to convert it to a string, so it actually works out. So that's what we're doing there. And what we need to also do is we need to create a custom message in case you put something that we didn't put right here. What our bot is going to say is it's going to tell you that, you know what, I don't understand you. I don't know why you're so complicated. I don't understand you, man. And then it says, why are you so complicated? So we have that right here, and this is all we need to do for responses, but for sure you should tailor make this. Add more stuff to this. This is just me giving you a boiler code. This is just me showing you how it can be done. This is me basically showing you how to fish, and then later you need to fish. Yeah, maybe bad analogy, but now what we need to do next is we go to main.py, and this is going to be where we run everything from. Now in main.py, you can see right here we have some comments there, and you understand why we have the comments there very soon. But before that, we have import constants as keys for this so we can get the token. What we also have here is from telegram.ext, which is extension, import everything, and everything, that's why we have the star. And the last is import responses as R. And we have responses right here. Down in the description below, I'll leave a link to a web page, and in that web page, you'll be able to just copy a command, and that is for installing telegram.extension. And what you do after copying the command is that you come to your extensions right here, and you paste the command right here. You click enter, and it should be installed. Now that we have all our modules installed, we've imported our tool files, which is constant and also responses. What we need to do next is we need to print something that actually tells you that we're running, we're in business. And what we'll print is we'll print right here, the bot is going to say, I am alive with a capital, dot, dot, dot. So right here, our bot is alive, and we need to create a function. And this function is going to be called start command. And start command will have two inputs or two arguments, update. I'll also have context. So what we'll say is we'll say update dot message dot reply. So we'll say reply text. And what we'll set this to is we'll set this to, it says type something, type something random to get us started. Now that we have this, what we need to do next is we need to create another function. And this function is going to be quite similar. So I'm just going to copy this. And this is going to be different a little bit. This function is going to be called, it's going to be called help command instead of start command. And in help command, it's going to basically just tell you that if you need some help, need some help, dot, 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 just check the internet. It's so easy these days. It is so easy these days. So yeah, I remove that right there. Create some space. It is so easy these days. So that is what it's going to say. Now that we have our help command, what we need to create next is that we'll define a handle message. So say handle message, and the same thing is going to be update and also message. No, it's going to be update and context. It's going to be update and context. And in handle message, we'll create text. We'll say text is equal to str. So what are we converting into string? We're converting into string update the message dot text. And we'll also use the dot lower. So we convert everything to lowercase. Now that we've done all this, what we can do next is we need to actually create a bot response. So we'll say response is equal to r dot sample response, and we'll put text inside as its argument. And next we'll say update the message dot reply text. Inside here we'll put response. So what we need to do next after doing this, we'll create a function called def error, and this error is going to take update also, and also take context. And what we want to do here is we want to print errors. So the way we print errors, we'll just use the print function. So we use the print function and we'll use the f string. This is like string literals if you're used to JavaScript. We'll say update. I'll say update. I'll say cause error. So creating error message so we know if it's working or not. And now we say context dot error. So what we need to do next is we need to actually run the program. So we'll create a function called main. We'll create a function called main, and in this main function, what we want to do is we want to actually first we'll actually create an updater, and this updater is going to actually take our its input is going to take our keys dot API token. So this is how we get our API token, and after that we'll use context, and the use context is going to be true. And you know what, I'm just going to put this all under this because this falls under this comment run the program. Now after we created this updater, what we need to do is we need to create a dispatcher. So we'll say dp is equal to updater dot dispatcher. When we want to create a command, what we need to do is we'll use this dp, say dot add handler, and it's supposed to be capital, say command handler, and after that we'll say start, and then we use the start command. And we're referring to the function, we're not calling it. That's why we remove the curly brackets. And I'll just copy this. Wow, copy and delete it. No. Copy this and we paste it again. But this time it's going to be actually help. And here it's going to be help. Now for the messages, what we need to do is we'll say dp dot add handler, and we'll put message handler. And what we'll do is we'll put the filters, and say dot text, and then handle message. Once again, we're referring to it, we're not calling it. And the handle message function is right here. And the handle message function is right here. We're referring to it, we're not calling it. The way we're going to handle the errors, we'll say dp dot add error, and I'm using camel notation here if you don't know why every time the capital is first, handler, and then inside here we'll put error. All we need to do now, guys, is we need to actually run the bot. And the way we run the bot, we'll say updater dot start polling, and then we say updater dot idle. Finally, what we just do is we call the function. And now we actually have everything working out well. Hopefully we don't have an error. And yeah, guys, I just checked it out. I checked the documentation, and this should actually be an underscore small, and it shouldn't be double D. That was a mistake type. That was a syntax mistake from me. So make sure to correct yours. So it should be like this, add handler like this. And right here too, we do the same thing. And just one D, not double D. And also for here, this should be add error with no, yeah, I checked the documentation for this too. It should be like this, add error handler. So reply underscore text. So we change that right here to underscore text. And we also change it right here, reply underscore text. And what I just want to change also is response. This doesn't really matter because as far as you spell it the same way all through, it doesn't matter, but that's not how you spell response. So I'm going to change it for that reason. Yep, and also here too, I don't know what's happening today, but seriously, yeah, this should be reply with a Y because I just noticed I made a mistake there too. What we need to do next is just actually run it and we'll see that our bot will be working out perfectly. So we run it and what shows up is it says I'm alive. So our bot is alive. Let's go to Telegram right now. We click on Telegram and in Godfather or Botfather, what we need to do is we need to click right here to actually get our bot to show on our tab right here. So in yours, you click right here and you'll get it to show on your tab. And when it shows on your tab, the next thing you need to do is just say hello bot because it says, hey man, how's it going? I'll say, you know what, I want to know the time. So time, you can see it gives us the time. And I'll put something that wasn't in our responses. So I can say, how old are you? And then it says, I don't understand you, man. Why are you so complicated? So we can see our bot is working a little bit grumpy, but yeah, we set him to be like that. That's basically it though, but there's so many things we can add. It's really endless with this. For sure, customize it to fit the message you want. If you're using it for business, you customize it to fit your maybe FAQ, the frequently asked questions. So when people ask those questions, the bot knows what to reply with. And that's it for this tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Sorry for the errors, guys. It happens in programming. This is basically the life of a programmer. Hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, guys. I know what, I'll catch you guys on the next one.